Hello, fellow travelers. Happy New Year. This video will recap my trip to Paris at the end of 2024. Enjoy. Not looking very cute right now. Cute. I do have my puzzle bag. Yay. But not looking too cute. After an overnight flight, my first stop in Paris after dropping my bags off at the hotel was a crepe breakfast and brunch at Coeur de Brise. I got the chicken and mushroom crepe, which I scarfed down in less than a breath. To walk off that calorie-heavy meal, I walked around the Montmartre neighborhood, which quickly became my favorite area in Paris. Sure, it's a bit of an incline, but the cobblestone streets, the elegant architecture, and the cozy, charming vibes truly warmed me over. Also, this street, called the Rue de l'Abreuvoir, was featured in Emily in Paris and is noted to be one of the most beautiful streets in the world, and I honestly agree. It's such an easy walk up a very low incline, and you're just surrounded by beautifully preserved houses with ivy and moss growing on the walls on either side of you. It's romantic and gorgeous. Finally, it was time to check in my room and take a much needed shower. I stayed at Le Pigalle, which is a small boutique hotel in the Pigalle district right across the street from Montmartre. Okay. Oh. Outfit check. No bueno. Alright, just showered. And now we are back on the road, heading to do some shopping because a lot of the stores are closed on Sunday, so we gotta make do with our time today. Now, Paris is synonymous with romance and, of course, shopping. One of their largest department stores is Galeries Lafayette Haussmann, which has the major luxury brands, smaller mid-luxury French brands, and, of course, the beautiful architecture. Also featured in Emily in Paris, I fell in love and was in jaw-dropping awe of this ceiling. I mean, look at the intricate details and how beautifully it's decorated. After gawking at the ceiling, I went to the rooftop, which had an even better view, if that's possible. From here, you can see the Opera House right across the street and the Eiffel Tower in the distance. Alright, now we're heading to the Vendôme area and to do some luxury window shopping. Let's go. Vendôme area. We got Cartier. Ooh, look at their panther. Faubourg Saint Honore is a street where many of the luxury brand boutique stores are, and it's also where the Hermes flagship store is. Make sure to check out my Hermes Paris video to hear about my experience at both the FSH or Faubourg Saint Honore and the Sevre store as well. The shopping was getting a bit overwhelming, so I walked towards Place de la Concorde and to the entrance of the Jardin des Tuileries for an amazing sunset view behind the Eiffel Tower. Oh, Eiffel Tower is right back over there. Right back there. Well, hopefully I get a better view tomorrow. That's part of the itinerary. Lots of walking tomorrow. Pray for my feet. Oh, I'm gonna turn this camera around because it looks like we're gonna get some nice clouds for sunset. Look at that. That sunset view over the Eiffel Tower. I mean, can it get more picturesque and beautiful than this right here? Have you been to Paris? Tell me where your favorite view of the Eiffel Tower is. Then I walked through the Jardin des Tuileries, which would have been so romantic if I was not traveling solo. But I was still able to enjoy it because it's just so gorgeous. At the end of the walk was the Pyramid of the Louvre. Also from here, I got to see the dazzling light show of the Eiffel Tower. As part of my obsession with Emily in Paris, I stopped by Place de Valois, where the location of the Savoie or Agence Gâteau office is filmed in the series. I explored around since my dinner reservation wasn't until 8:30 p.m., so on my way to the Pont Neuf, I stopped by the Samaritain, which is another department store, again with an exquisitely decorated interior and dome. Alright, we're now at Pont Neuf. Second to last stop, and look at this view. Wow. Let's zoom in a little bit. Along the Pont Neuf, I waited for the hourly Eiffel Tower light display. I mean, look at this. I truly cannot get enough of that. Finally, it was time for dinner at A Petit for a Cheval, which is a very, very tiny but neighborhoody restaurant. I had this pate-like substance as an appetizer, which I didn't realize would be so heavy. The duck à l'orange was fantastic, tender, flavorful, and mouth-watering. And the creme brulee was, of course, exquisite. Good morning. Outfit check. We got Uniqlo pants, our own shoes, basic blue tee, and this coat from, I think it was called Zeitgeist from Cape Town. And of course, my Louis bag. Let's go around Paris. No, I was super stoked about going to the Emily in Paris filming locations, but I was super nervous about getting lost on the Paris metro on the way to the Latin Quarter. But surprisingly, it was actually super easy and straightforward. On the way to the main location, I passed by another beautiful garden called the Jardin du Luxembourg. Strolling along in Jardin de Luxembourg on our way to Emily in Paris's place. Now, as soon as I turned the corner here and I saw this red awning, I knew exactly where I was. This restaurant called Terra Nova is called Chez Laveau or L'Esprit de Gigi, which is Gabrielle's restaurant, who is our leading male in Emily in Paris. And this plaza right in front is where a lot of meetings took place because it's right by the restaurant and Emily's apartment building. It was really exciting to see this in person because it feels so untouchable through the screen. I can see why they chose this neighborhood too, because it's so quaint and charming. The Pantheon wasn't open yet, so I stopped by a nearby boulangerie or bakery for some buttery pastries and coffee. Oh my God. Now, the Pantheon was nothing short of spectacular. A little bit of history: the Pantheon in Paris is one of the city's most historically rich and architecturally stunning monuments. Located in the Latin Quarter, this neoclassical masterpiece was built as a church dedicated to Saint Geneviève, the patron saint of Paris, designed by architect Jacques-Germain Soufflot, and was completed in 1790. But during the French Revolution, it was repurposed into a mausoleum to honor France's most distinguished citizens. Descending into the crypt, you enter a very solemn vault where some of France's greatest figures are laid to rest, such as Voltaire, Rousseau, Victor Hugo, Émile Zola, Marie Curie, Louis Braille, and Alexandre Dumas. Each tomb is marked with inscriptions honoring their monumental contributions to literature, science, politics, and human rights. Not spending enough time earlier in the morning at Jardin de Luxembourg, I went back to walk around and explore some more. Specifically, I saw a couple of sections, one being the Medici fountain here, as well as a couple of other statues like this miniature version of the Statue of Liberty. Now, I think even more than Jardin des Tuileries, this I find more beautiful with the rows of trees and the Pantheon in the back. I think I've logged in like 10,000 steps already. Time for lunch. Lunch was at Georgette, just a couple of blocks from the garden. Now, I cannot tell you enough how delicious the shrimp appetizer was. My only gripe was that it was too small because I could have eaten 100 more of that. Oh my God. What was that? That is delicious. Oh my God. That is so good. That is so good. Cheers. Wow. Oh my God. The mushroom risotto, which I had as my entree, was also very tasty. I walked around after because I was about to do some damage in Rue du Bac, which is known for artisanal chocolates. So I stopped by the Church of Saint Germain. chocolate pudding from Chapon et la chocolaterie de Dubac. See? Oh my god, that is rich. Very good. Very good. I had been up the Eiffel Tower before, but similar to the Louvre, I can't go to Paris and not see the Eiffel Tower up close. So I walked through the Jardin de Eiffel Tower to its base. Of course, I had to cross the river to the Trocadero area for this iconic view of the Eiffel Tower. Here in Paris, in Montmartre, going for dinner. I did take a shower beforehand just because I had to kill time, so that after dinner I could just roll down the hill back to the hotel and go to bed. Of course, it's in Montmartre, so it is all the way up the hill, and we're making our way slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Whew. My second dinner of the trip was at Le Moulin de la Galette in Montmartre, which I clocked my first day when I saw the windmill. The crispy shrimp was just shrimp tempura, and it was extremely oily and soggy. Their coq au vin, even though it was swimming in broth, had no flavor, and the chicken was quite dry. Their chocolate mousse was just okay. Good night, and see you tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone. It's bright, well, not so bright, but early Monday morning here in Paris, and I am heading up on the way to Sacré-Cœur. I don't think I'll make it up in time for sunrise, which I looked is about 7:30, which gives me like 10 minutes to walk up this whole hill, and I'm already dying, so that's not gonna happen, but at least hopefully I'll get a great view. I can do this. Whew. We are not training, but we can do this. Almost there. Okay. Are we gonna make it? Oh, those stairs, by the way, were in the last John Wick movie, where he has to go to Sacré-Cœur by sunrise for the final duel of the series. I'm glad I made it up the stairs and lived to tell the tale. Unfortunately, unlike Emily in Paris, where it always seems to be rainbows and butterflies, I did not have the perfect weather for a view. Sacré-Cœur in the fog looked so ominous and intimidating, but let me tell you, the inside was simply stunning. I didn't take any videos or photos because there was a mass going on inside, but definitely a must-visit place if you're in Paris. Going down was so much easier than heading up. Since I was already in the Montmartre area, I went to the Wall of Love, where they have the phrase "I love you" written and translated in many different languages. I found out about this through Emily in Paris, and I promise you I'm not a stalker or anything, but I do love the series. Now, can you find your language? I found mine in Tagalog. It's usually said as mahal kita, but iniibig kita is fine, I guess. Maybe they didn't consult a Filipino. All that early morning walking deserved me some good old French pastries. The croissant. Let's see. Oh my god. Talk about a buttery croissant. Fantastic. We are praline. It's like another buttery pastry. I think British Bake Off would approve of this. You can see the swirls in there. It looks flaky already. Let's see. Let's take a bite. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's so many things happening in the mouth. So you got the buttery flakes. You got a little bit of chocolate and almonds on the top. But then there's also cream on the inside. So lots of different textures. Very good. Delicious. I'm sure you don't really want to see me eating all of this. So I will stop videoing and eat this by myself. See you soon. And finally, it was time for the piece de resistance of the whole trip, which is the Paris ATP Masters. I got a couple of things from the store and even played this fun little mini game they had.
Réalise une année 2024 absolument magnifique, finaliste à Genève, 8e de finaliste à l'US Open, qui était récemment demi-finaliste au Master 1000 de Shanghai. Voici le Tchèque Thomas Marach. Wimbledon en 2022 et à l'US Open en 2024. C'est sa deuxième participation au Rolex Paris Masters. Il est américain, Brandon Nakashima.
After watching 3 thrilling matches, I felt like I hadn't gotten enough of the shopping, so I stopped by the Hermes Sevre store. I'll make sure to put a little link to my small purchase unboxing and a short story of my experience up above here. I quickly crossed the river through the Jardin des Tuileries with a romantic sunset vibe. I only had about an hour before stores closed, so I quickly made my way over to Place Vendôme to Hermes. Again, I'll link my Hermes unboxing up above, but I highly recommend just popping into the store even just to look around. Some of the pieces they have are so elegantly beautiful. With 30 minutes to spare, I ran to Celine to get something from my wish list, which of course I'll link the unboxing up above. And with that, my shopping was done. Here we are on our last night in Paris. I didn't get to watch the Eiffel Tower sparkle, but at least I got to see it once, which is fine. Obviously I'm out of breath because, like always, it's up the stairs. So, that's why. As if I didn't get enough stairs this morning. Dinner is in Montmartre, which means hills. Let's go. My last dinner was at La Boîte aux Lettres, another small and charming neighborhood restaurant in the Montmartre district. I highly recommend their egg mushroom bacon appetizer. The steak, while it was flavorful, was a bit chewy and underdone for my taste. The tiramisu was top-notch. Hi everyone, good morning. Our last morning in Paris. A little sad because I do not want to go back to work, and also I don't want to leave Paris. I feel like I was a little gypped a little bit. I had pretty gloomy and cloudy weather, so I didn't get to see all like the beautiful sights with like all of the views and stuff, which just means that I have to come back. So let's go get some breakfast. I'm feeling bakery. I feel like in Paris you just have to follow the scent of like butter and pastries, and then you can find a good bakery. So here we have, I think I see something. What's this? Artisan La Patronne de Pigalle. Huh. Ooh, After a couple of pastries, it was sadly time to head home. This Paris solo trip was a 9 out of 10 for me. The last bit of 1 point was for the weather, but the food, the people, the culture, the shopping, and of course the tennis were all as fantastic as I could have imagined. I hope to come back in 2025 for some more memories, hopefully with my partner this time. Well, thanks for sticking around and watching my short trip to Paris. I would greatly appreciate a subscribe or like or both. It truly helps me as a small channel to grow and comes at no cost. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, safe travels. Bye!